When answering exam questions, it's crucial to understand and address the entire question. Knowing the meanings of cognitive verbs or command words helps you grasp what the question is asking. This is important not only in business management but in all subjects. Here's a guide to some common command words with examples. Analyze. This word asks you to break down the key components of a question and explain their relationships. For example, if asked to analyze the impact of digital marketing on sales, you would identify factors like social media reach and customer engagement, then show how these elements interact to affect sales figures. Define. When asked to define, you need to provide the meaning and essential qualities of a specific term. For instance, if the question is to define market segmentation, you should explain that it involves dividing a market into distinct groups of buyers with different needs or characteristics. Describe. This requires you to detail characteristics and features. For example, if asked to describe the process of SWOT analysis, you should outline its components, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and explain how each contributes to strategic planning. Discuss. This involves presenting various points related to an issue, with arguments for and against. For example, discussing the pros and cons of remote work would include points like increased flexibility versus potential isolation and communication challenges. Distinguish. This asks you to highlight differences between aspects. For example, distinguish between a GBE, government business enterprise, and a corporation by noting differences such as ownership, purpose, and profit distribution. Evaluate. This requires you to assess strengths and weaknesses and make a judgment based on criteria. For instance, if evaluating a new marketing strategy, you would consider its effectiveness, cost, and alignment with company goals, then conclude whether it's a good fit. Explain. Here, you need to make a concept clear and understandable. For example, if asked to explain supply chain management, you would describe how it involves overseeing the flow of goods from production to consumption to ensure efficiency. Identify. This term involves recognizing and naming relevant terms or concepts. For example, if asked to identify key factors influencing consumer behavior, you might list elements like pricing, brand reputation, and product quality. Justify. This involves supporting an argument or conclusion with evidence. For example, if asked to justify choosing a particular pricing strategy, you should provide reasons based on market research, competitive analysis, and customer preferences. Recommend. This asks you to suggest the best methods or steps for a situation, providing reasons for your choice. For example, recommending strategies to improve employee motivation might include offering professional development opportunities and increasing workplace flexibility. Outline. This requires a brief summary or explanation. For example, if asked to outline the steps in a marketing plan, you would briefly describe each step: research, strategy development, implementation, and evaluation. Compare. This involves highlighting both similarities and differences. For example, comparing direct and indirect distribution channels would include noting similarities like their role in product delivery and differences such as cost and control. Understanding these command words is the first step to effectively answering exam questions. Tailoring your response to match the specific demands of these words will help you perform to the best of your ability.